Hi and welcome to Boopy Kids. This morning we're going to be looking at doing a quick crafting session and making a magic wand. So check out the list at the beginning for all the items you're going to need for this activity. Here we have it again. You're going to need some methods of fastening. I've got string, twine and some elastic bands. Some feathers you can have natural like we have there, or some crafting ones that you can get online. And we have some leaves that we've collected from previous expeditions out into nature. We've got lots of different coloured wools and some scissors, and of course those magical wand sticks. So how long your child may spend on a magic wand is going to depend largely on their age. You are going to be going outside and collecting some sticks. It might be that you collect them out on a walk and perhaps your child picks up a stick. You might want to take off some loose pieces. And voila, you have your wand. Sometimes this is just enough. There doesn't need to be anything more than this. See you later if that's the case. Happy magicking! So perhaps your child is a little bit older and would like to spend some more time decorating their wand. If that's the case, choose one of your sticks. Perhaps collect some of your items. I have here some of the leaves that we collected. I'm just going to put those in a nice little arrangement. And I'm going to collect a piece of string. I folded that in half. I'm going to loop my string around my objects, open through, pinch my strings through and pull. Just pulling that nice and tight. And then going to take my wand and my motif for the top. I am simply going to attach, nothing amazing, split the end, one in one direction and wrap, other in the other direction and wrap around the top there. As you can see, nice and tightly. And you can see I have, there we go, my little end to my magical wand. I'm just going to do a very simple knot on the back. So left over right, right over left. Nothing too difficult, although a younger child may need some help with that. And voila, we have a magical wand. Stage 2 complete. If you want to go play magic wands now, bye, have fun. 3, maybe there's time for some more action with our wand. So I cut myself some long lengths of my coloured wools that I chose. I chose nice and colourful things because I imagined it would be bright and exciting. If you choose a thicker wool, it's going to create the wrap around your stick a lot quicker than if you choose the thinner ones. But you know what? Just go with what you've got in the house. So I'm going to start wrapping around the top just to make sure I'm nice and secure. Leave a little end and wrap, turning my wool around. Now when I do this with children, I tend to get them to turn the stick so they are fully involved in this activity if they are not just doing the wrapping all themselves, so that you are holding the wool in the right place and they are turning the stick for you, which means you can keep the wool nice and tightly together. And as you can see, as I am wrapping, I am coming down the length of the stick. So to add in my other colours, it's very simple. I've made the lengths all the same and got a bunch of ends there. In the same way, I'm just going to place those ends twisted together. I'm going to wrap, keep turning my thicker wool just to wrap them in place. So there we go. They're starting to turn around. That's it. Have them hanging down. So those are now secure. To create a really nice pattern down the length of my wand stick, I can then start to be creative with this. If I only want to have purple and pink showing, I can pull the purple and pink out so that that's separate, and I can keep wrapping underneath. My child can still turn, holding this down, the length of the stick, can still turn, and leaving out my purple and pink wool, which you can see is slowly wrapping at the top. That's fine. You can come back to that. And I'm just very simply twirling it round. So I'll stop there and unwrap my pink and purple. Now your pink and purple can then be used to crisscross down and around, leaving, can you see this, gaps in between, like so. So I've got a, move my finger there, fabulous. So I'm then going to stop with the thick wool and pick up with all 4 thin wools. And in exactly the same way, all I'm going to do is take my longer, thicker wool down the length and wrap around. So this time your child's going to be turning and I'm going to have my nice rainbow effect pieces of wool wrapping around my magical stick. Twisting all my bright colours together. I'm now going to twist that all the way back up the length of my wand. So that nice rainbowy effect, can you see as I wind it all the way back up over all the sections. There we go. All the way to the top, like this. Okay, so now we have our wand. Now with our ends, it's a little bit more difficult. What you're going to have to do is place it down on the table, okay? So with my end, I'm quite literally just going to create a loop and then pull it back through itself, as you can see, tying it on. Then pulling that nice and tight, I'm going to tie around using my loop and the end just to create a nice knot that's nice and secure, really pulling tight because you don't particularly want it to become unravelled whilst your child is playing with it. Exactly the same at the other end. You're just going to pull that nice and tight. You're going to create a loop, pull it back round and put those loose strings through the loop. Pulling that nice and tight. This time you can, because there's more than one, separate them around themselves and just tie those once again in a nice overhand knot, left over right, right over left, like so, just to secure your ends. At this point we now have an absolutely fabulous looking magical wand. So you're just going to snip your ends like so, and if you would like to you can add on colourful feathers at the other end, and there we have it, a wonderful magical wand worthy of any witch, wizard, elf, fairy, gnome of the woodlands. Go and have some fun enjoying it. Bye from Weeby Kids.